Having journeyed from the ancient yogic traditions of India through the Lenten fasting of Christianity, the Ramadan observances in Islam, and the ascetic practices of Theravada Buddhism, we can see how fasting, as a spiritual practice, has been woven into the very fabric of human history across cultures and religions. In the modern era, fasting has found a renewed relevance intertwining with our understanding of health and wellness. Science has begun to affirm what our ancestors intuitively understood: the physical, mental, and spiritual benefits of periodic abstinence from food. Today, practices such as intermittent fasting and detox diets echo the ancient wisdom of fasting. But even as we embrace these practices for their health benefits, it's essential to remember the spiritual roots and profound metaphysical significance. Today, fasting is not merely a physical act, but a spiritual journey. It is an invitation to step back from the external world, to quiet the noise, and to tune into our inner selves. It is a practice of self-discipline, mindfulness, and spiritual purification. It is a tool to cultivate empathy, fostering a deeper connection with the world around us. Above all, it is a gateway to self-discovery and spiritual growth. As we journeyed from ancient practices through to modern interpretations, we have seen the transformative power of fasting. Its roots are deeply embedded in our spiritual traditions, and its branches reach out into our contemporary understanding of health and wellness. Fasting is not just about abstaining from food. It is a profound spiritual practice that invites us to connect with our inner selves, purify our minds, and journey towards spiritual enlightenment. From ancient civilizations like Egypt, Greece, and India, to religious traditions such as Christianity, Islam, and Buddhism, fasting has been a revered and transformative ritual. Join me as we explore specific historical instances where fasting was considered a sacred gateway to spiritual enlightenment, understanding how our ancestors embraced this practice for both physical and metaphysical benefits. Ancient India and yogic tradition. In ancient India, fasting was deeply woven into the fabric of spiritual practices. Yogis and ascetics, seeking heightened spiritual awareness, would undertake prolonged fasts. Fasting was seen as a means to purify the body and mind, facilitating a deeper connection with the divine. The ancient text, Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, references fasting, known as upavasa, as a tool to discipline the mind and attain spiritual liberation. Christianity and Lenten fasting. Within the Christian tradition, fasting has been a significant practice, particularly during the season of Lent. The 40-day period of fasting and reflection before Easter is symbolic of Jesus' 40 days of fasting in the desert. Christians fast as a form of self-discipline, penance, and spiritual preparation, viewing it as a means to draw closer to God and purify the soul. Islamic tradition of Ramadan. Ramadan, the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar, holds immense spiritual significance. Muslims around the world observe fasting from dawn to sunset during this month, refraining from food, drink, and other physical needs. This practice is not only a demonstration of self-discipline, but also a spiritual journey of increased devotion, prayer, and empathy for those in need. Fasting during Ramadan is considered a way to purify the soul and strengthen the connection with Allah. Buddhist practices of Theravada. Monks. In Theravada Buddhism, monks often engage in fasting as part of their ascetic practices. The belief is that by abstaining from excess and simplifying their material needs, monks can achieve a higher level of mindfulness and spiritual clarity. Fasting is intertwined with the Eightfold Path, guiding practitioners towards enlightenment by transcending worldly desires. Native American vision quests. Among Native American tribes, the vision quest involves a period of fasting and solitude in nature. Young individuals would undertake this rite of passage to seek guidance, visions, and a connection with the spiritual realm. Fasting was seen as a way to cleanse the body, heighten awareness, and receive insights from the spiritual world. By examining these historical instances, we can appreciate how fasting transcends cultural and religious boundaries, serving as a universal practice for spiritual enlightenment and holistic well-being. The diverse approaches highlight the shared human quest for a deeper connection with the divine and the profound understanding that can be gained through the discipline of fasting. Philosophy behind fasting. Quotes from spiritual leaders, philosophers, and sacred texts. What wisdom lies within the philosophy of fasting as a spiritual practice? The great minds of history, from philosophers to spiritual leaders, have imparted profound insights. We'll delve into the words of luminaries like Buddha, Mahatma Gandhi, and Rumi, extracting the philosophical underpinnings that underscore the transformative power of fasting. By understanding the deeper meanings and intentions, we can embark on our own fasting journeys with a sense of purpose and spiritual alignment. 1. Buddha, the middle way and spiritual clarity. Philosophical insight. Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, emphasized the middle way, a path between extremes. Fasting, in the context of the middle way, signifies a balanced approach to nourishment. Buddha believed that by avoiding both excess and deprivation, one could attain spiritual clarity and mindfulness. Fasting was a tool to free the mind from the distractions of the physical world, allowing for deeper introspection and connection to the spiritual realm. Key teachings. To keep the body in good health is a duty. Otherwise, we shall not be able to keep the mind strong and clear. A disciplined mind brings happiness. 1. Mahatma Gandhi, fasting as a form of nonviolent resistance. Philosophical insight. Mahatma Gandhi, a proponent of nonviolent resistance, utilized fasting as a powerful tool for social and political change. His fasts were not only acts of personal sacrifice, but demonstrations of spiritual strength and conviction. Gandhi believed that fasting, when approached with pure intent and unwavering resolve, could awaken the conscience of others and bring about transformation on both personal and societal levels. Key teachings. Fasting is the sincerest form of prayer. A small body of determined spirits fired by an unquenchable faith in their mission can alter the course of history. 1. Rumi, fasting as a journey inward. Philosophical insight. Rumi, the 13th century Persian poet and mystic, often spoke of fasting as a journey inward, a means of transcending the physical to reach the spiritual. For Rumi, fasting symbolized a detachment from worldly desires, allowing the soul to connect with the divine. It was an intentional act of self-discipline that opened the door to deeper self-awareness and a closer relationship with God. Key teachings. The quieter you become, the more you are able to hear. Don't be satisfied with stories, how things have gone with others. Unfold your own myth. Synthesis of philosophical insights. Across these luminaries, a common thread emerges, that fasting is not merely an act of abstaining from food, but a deliberate and conscious choice to transcend the physical and attain spiritual clarity. Whether it's through the middle way, nonviolent resistance, or a journey inward, fasting becomes a transformative tool for self-discipline, heightened awareness, and a profound connection with the divine. Practical application. Embrace fasting not just as a physical practice, but as a mindful and intentional journey. Align your fast with the middle way, neither indulging in excess nor depriving yourself. Consider the nonviolent aspect of fasting as a means of expressing your convictions and principles. Use fasting as an opportunity to journey inward, detaching from worldly distractions and fostering a deeper connection with your spiritual essence. Incorporating these philosophical underpinnings into your approach to fasting can enrich the experience and deepen its transformative impact on both your physical and spiritual well-being. Outro. Background music swells. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of understanding fasting as a spiritual practice. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on spiritual growth and holistic well-being. Your journey to enlightenment is a sacred one, and I'm honored to be part of it. Background music fades out.